this is the outside of the screen. Note this rubber band here that goes along the connection with the tin here. And when we're looking at the back side of it, the first thing that we want to do is to detach the cable. We have HDMI cable that we want to detach. We have power cable. And there's also a cable which doesn't have any connection here. It's hot wired to the screen. And it goes all the way to the NUC and to the USB. And this is for the touch screen. So we would want to undo the screen from the NUC. Okay. And next thing that we will do would be to start undoing the screws that are attaching the screen. For detaching the cover of the screen, there are 4 screws that we need to undo. The placement of the holes of the screws might differ from one unit to the other, from one model to the other, but eventually you'll be able to just lift up the cable, the cover, and expose the screen. Now there are 4 more screws that we need to undo, and these are the screws that are holding the screen with its casing. And once those 4 screws are detached, we can lift the casing, the back of the casing, and just take the whole screen out. And this would be our replacement unit. We would want to connect it back. So first we will slide it into its place and put the casing back on. You can go ahead and reattach the power cable and the USB cable, HDMI cable, I'm sorry. And screwing back the casing. So we're going to put the 4 screws that attach the screen to the casing, but we won't secure them all the way in because we want to leave some freedom so we can flip the screen casing to the other side and make sure the rubber sealer is right. After the 4 screws that are holding the casing are back in, we will reattach the casing to the door of the side panel. Same screws we took off earlier. Now you don't want to tighten them all the way in because you want to flip the door open, close actually, and make sure that the rubber sealer is perfectly aligned. This looks good.
Good enough.
And we'll go back to the inside and secure the screws tightly. And you want to make sure that you connect back the touch screen to the NUC computer.
This to verify that the cables of the monitor did not detach in the process.
Okay. And note that all these cables here will be going like this with some rubber band or a tie here.
And
Tie.
slack, enough slack to allow proper opening and moving of the front unit.